Aloha, one and all. Thank you so very much for being with us for this edition of Five Questions. It is heard right here on News Radio 830 KHVH, on our website at khvhradio.com, but also on hawaiireporter.com. Today, it's a pleasure to get reacquainted with and to check in with Commander Larry Helm, representing the Molokai Veterans Caring for Veterans organization on the beautiful Friendly Isle. Aloha, Larry, and welcome back.
Aloha, Rick, and thank you for having us again and remembering us here on Molokai.
You know, we were just chatting before we came on the air that it's been about a year since we spoke, and we wanted to find out, if you wouldn't mind, Larry, just reminding folks about the Molokai Veterans Caring for Veterans group, but also remind us, tell us a little bit about yourself too, please.
Yeah, I'm kind of I don't call it. I don't like the word retire, but at a new chapter of my life, and I helped form a group of veterans here on Molokai about 10 years ago to get the benefits that were due, because Molokai is kind of a island place and a part of Maui County, so we were getting kind of the remnants, but because we lobbied and got politicians involved, we have a lot of service, including our own VA doctor here that lives on the island, psychologists on a regular basis, benefit counselors on a regular basis. So there's about 600 veterans from all wars and all periods that live here, and thanks to our VA program, we're getting some of those benefits for our vets. And one of the challenges we've had was trying to build a veteran center as a sanctuary and a refuge for our vets that are coming home now. We have about 40 to 50 of them that have served Afghanistan and Iraq that are coming back to the community. So, like myself, I'm a Vietnam vet. Want to make sure that they get theirs. It was a different political climate in our time, and we understand that. So, we try to work to give the veterans who serve this country what they deserve.
Amen. Amen. Question number 2, Commander, and this goes to the Veterans Center. Now, understanding that there are legal constraints in discussing some of the challenges, is there any way that you could share some of the history, at least, of what has transpired in the development?
Well, Rick, if it was a book, it'd be As the World Turns. About almost 6 years ago, 7 years ago, we lobbied the legislature via Melikaro and took down 6 Vietnam vets to Honolulu and went door to door to request for a grant to build a veteran center here on Molokai. On the end of that, we were fortunate enough to get $250,000 to try to put it together. We went to get a permit for the County of Maui to start, and were told that we needed this application, and we did that, paid our money. Long story short, after 6 years and 50 to 100 of interruptions and make-up stuff as we went along, very sadly, we had to file a lawsuit against the County of Maui to try to remedy and hold accountable of some of the stuff that we went through. And on the end of all of this, we got our permit. And what's sad about it, it's the same application that we filed. No conditions, no water problem that we filed 5-6 years ago. So we started our project. We filed a lawsuit, and the lawsuit is still going on. And the unfortunate thing, it's in a legal boxing match now. So the Maui County lawyers are, trying to put as many obstacles to try to get us from going to a jury trial. The federal judge has allowed 4 of our complaints. It's warranted and validated that it can go in front of a jury. Mm. So, we would rather, or myself, some other vets would like to see this all the way through, but myself, I like to things be ho'oponopono with everything and be, work it out. But the county choose not to.
At this point, I would really urge our friends who are dialed in now, if you would visit Malia Zimmerman and also Hawaii Reporter, because there is an archive of stories that I was proud to author, and then also with Malia and others, and even with Commander Larry authoring insight as to what really transpired. And I would really urge our listeners to read the accounts of what has transpired. And again, because we're in a legal situation, I know that Commander Helm can't really expand upon it, but what you can do is find the background in detail on HawaiiReporter.com. Larry, question number 3, if you could share with us the human side of this story, and that is the impact that this battle that's been going on for years has had on veterans and also their families.
Yes. What said, a lot of our veterans are wounded, are 100% disabled, service-connected from combat, and a lot of them are Vietnam vets that went through that political climate when we came back and is feeling good about themselves and getting therapy and getting services and feel like we're right back where we were when we came back from Vietnam, fighting a system and fighting a government that really don't care or don't respect what we went through for this country, and there has the audacity to try to downplay affecting the mental part of the veteran, the physical part. Myself, I had some physical challenges that I went through, but my eye is on the ball, and it's all about accountability and what veterans stand for. The honor and the dignity that deserve for every veteran that put their life on the line for this country should be treated with a little bit more respect than the way we have been done to. So on the end, it does affect our veterans that are going through this lawsuit. Some of them are getting, maybe won't be here by the time the lawsuit gets to be heard in March 2012. I got a couple of them that are hanging on. And I got the World War II vets, some 442 are 88 years old, 89. We got 9 of them wanted to see the center completed, and we're trying our best to get it done. But those are all some of the dynamics that is going on with the vets that are with PTSD, trigger anger, and all this feelings that cause from. I call it abuse, use, refuse, and confuse.
Unfortunately, after being familiar with some of the details, I think you're totally accurate in that description. I would like to go to our 4th question, Larry, if you wouldn't mind. From your perspective, and perhaps even from those of your fellow veterans, how has this experience impacted your opinion or perception regarding government?
be real honest with you, Rick, it's a very negative opinion that politicians are elected and get paid by the taxpayers and by the citizens. And unfortunately, a lot of time they are there for self-interest agenda or another agenda, or try to use their office for leverage for whatever reason. Of course, every situation is different, and one size does not fit all. But for our vets, the trust that we were trying to, and the confidence that we're trying to get in our government is not there, and it goes all the way to the top. We are probably going to take a lead campaign in some of the elections, local elections and national elections, to see if we can plant some seeds in the public to educate them on what power veterans have as far as getting people elected and what we expect of them when they're there.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, and will help causes beyond even this. So
right.
I think for our final question today, Commander, is what else would you like the general public to know that we may not have covered so far? And more importantly, how can folks help you in your efforts? And please provide any contact information you like.
Thank you, Rick. Well, as far as the way I feel, there are veterans and there are citizens. Without veterans, there would be no citizens. I had a comment like from politicians is, everybody should be treated the same, and your vets should be treated the same like everybody else. And I say, well, we're not. Vets from back in President Lincoln already has acknowledged that this is a special group, that we have our own holiday. We are first hire from the federal government. We have our own medical system. We have our own cemeteries, and et cetera. So, yes, the country already recognized that. So what I'm saying is that Maui County officials don't even put us in that category. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And in many aspects throughout this country, a lot of veteran groups have been shortchanged. And as a general public, I know that the public feels empathy for the soldier and a veteran. Whether you agree with the war or disagree, they feel that empathy, and they respect us for serving when we're called by our government. The end of this, to file a lawsuit to get accountability and to go through all this legal ring is another injustice to the veteran status. And if any out there can call Maui County officials and rally and campaign in behalf of these causes, I really appreciate it. We have a phone number here on Molokai. It's 553-8387, and that's called the Bunker, where they can get a hold of one of our personnel, and that's on a Monday from 10 to 1:30, Wednesday and Friday, same time. And if anybody want to know anything, they can email me at the letter L, Helm, Helm, the letter B, Pono, Pono, at yahoo.com. And I should change it to try to be Pono, but it's hard to be Pono in this atmosphere.
I can sense it, and I understand it, sir. It's just still, even though it's been a year since we've had a chance to chat, it's almost like we're back in that period again. And for you and your colleagues, you're back 4, 5, 6 years ago, almost like it's been in some sort of limbo where you have the roller coaster of emotions on top of that.
Yes, yeah, and that's a hard part, and going with this affects our vets quite a bit. And when you walk in the shoes and you talk to these vets, you can see the emotions and anger that comes out of some of the treatment.
Yeah.
We hope, the Maui politicians would wake up and try to grab the lawyers there. We supported Arakawa. We thought that he would come on board, but I guess the county lawyers put a muzzle on him, and that is unfortunate. That he should just step up to the plate and take charge, but understand all the legal ring-a-dang-do that goes on. Sometimes I don't know, but I know that our treatment and the way we feel is same when we started with this episode.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get this resolved sooner than later.
We've been spending some great time with Commander Larry Helm, of course, of the Molokai Veterans Caring for Veterans, a story that we'll continue to follow with them, and we empathize, and our best wishes and aloha go to you and all of the fine folks who have served this country. And Larry, let's keep in touch. Let's not keep it so long again next time.
Rick, thank you very much for keeping this story alive, and thank you for your concern for our veterans. And I really appreciate anything you can do. And to Malia and you, much mahalo from Molokai.
All righty. Aloha to you too, sir, and we'll talk soon.
Aloha.
Aloha. Bye now.